Hey, how's it going? How's it going? How's it going, everyone? Thank you so much for joining in. I will give it about 1 minute to see if everyone has joined. Let me know if you're able to hear me clearly. Can see me. So this is part three of the six-part live on personal branding for business coaches and consultants. Welcome to everyone that is joining me right now. Let me turn up the music so you can hear me clearly. I am loving this. I'm using StreamYard to record these on Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as my YouTube. And since the last time I used this product, there has been some new updates, and I'm actually loving them. So the music is one of those things that I'll be using from now on. I just think it adds a little different touch to any sort of live presentation. So welcome everyone that has joined me. I think I should get started right now with our third video or live session rather. And it is all about marketing psychology. So a quick question that I have for you is, how much does psychology influence customer behavior? So how much, so can you provide me with perhaps a percentage of how much you think the psychology of your customer influences their buying decisions? So I'll give you a minute to think and reflect on that. You can share them here in the comments, or you can just have a little think about that. And if you can provide me with a percentage, so do you think it's like, I don't know, 20%, 60%, maybe 100%. So let me know, how much do you think psychology influences customer behavior? I'll actually share the answer a little later on in one of the slides, but I want you to also think about that. And again, you can either let me know, or you can just have a little big think. So my big promise to you today is that I want to help you get inside the minds and hearts of your potential clients. And I feel like that heart part is very important. I know psychology deals a lot with the mind, but I feel like adding mind and heart is going to definitely enhance your chances of making sales. Justin over there says that he's going with 90%. We buy based on psychology, like pretty much all the time. So, Justin, we will see if you are correct or not on that one. Okay, and then the next thing I want to offer you guys today is, what do you need to get inside your customers' minds and hearts, but also get them closer and closer to making a purchase that they will not regret. I'll share with you again a little bit later why I feel like sometimes people leverage marketing psychology, but they use it incorrectly, and that leads to the customers regretting their purchases. Okay, so again, the big thing that we will be covering today is, Pradesh over there says that he thinks it is 100%. It is all in the mind. Maverick thinks it's about 90%, 95% rather, of purchasing decisions are subconscious and driven by emotions, desires, and deeply ingrained psychological biases. Okay. So everyone thinks like it is right up there. Okay, cool. We'll see towards the end of the session. But today we'll be covering the 7 factors that persuades clients to buy. And when I was doing research for this lab, I discovered that there are actually so many other factors that other people use. But I feel like for the type of marketing that I would like coaches and consultants to do, these 7 factors are what are going to drive your customers to buy from you. Okay. So again, guys, let us get into the session. So please put your phone either on silent or switch it off completely. Turn off your notifications if you are using it to watch this live. Take down as many notes as possible, especially when we get to those 7 factors. I think that everyone will be able to leverage those within their businesses. And as much as I'm talking to coaches and consultants for this live series, but today's topic, which is marketing psychology, can be applied to just about any business. So whether you are in the B2C space, whether you sell products or services, it doesn't matter. These factors will apply to your business. So take down as many notes as possible. And if I miss anything or you want some clarification or have any other questions for me, do not hesitate to ask them. You can either drop a comment down below or you are able to send me a DM. I always respond. So guys, if you're ready, let's get into it. So a little bit of background about me. I don't think many people know this, but I actually studied psychology at varsity. So I got up to, I'd say, third year level. So in my third year, I majored in psychology, philosophy, and English. And I took a gap year because I wanted to do psychology. I thought I was going to be a clinical psychologist. So I took a gap year by studying philosophy and English just to get it out of my system because I absolutely loved what I was learning then. But I was like, okay, before I transition into psychology, let me just get a little in-depth knowledge on those topics. But by the time I got to study psychology, so I did my honors at UNISA in psychology, but I only managed to finish one out of my 2 years due to life circumstances, and I just never had the chance to go back. And I then studied marketing, so I'm a self-taught marketer through online courses and reading a whole bunch of books. I taught myself how to do marketing efficiently, and I always find that I'm still leveraging some of the things that I had learned in my undergraduate degree, even right now. But the reason why I went into marketing instead of any other career is because I wanted to be in business, and a lot of the books I was reading and advice I was getting was pointed to the fact that, hey, if you can get your marketing right, your business will be success, like no doubt about it. But I still love psychology. Like I said, I do feel like I practice a lot of it within my business, and I do aspire to be a neuropsychologist one day. I might grow out of this, I don't know. But it is something that I feel like, hey, I should get back to. But right now, I am still leveraging marketing psychology within my business. Again, like I said, that's why I've got this session as well. Because at the end of the day, so this is the answer, guys, to that question I was asking earlier. So studies have shown that leveraging marketing psychology in a campaign results in over 50% conversion rates. So they do not give a very specific number, but they say that 50% and above is what marketing psychology really drives. So the chances of someone buying a product or service, if you leverage marketing psychology within your campaign, is 50%. And they also share the fact that if you do not use any sort of marketing psychology, or you perhaps use the wrong marketing psychology within your campaigns, it will only result in a potential 29% chance of conversion. And so I hope that is going to give everyone more reason to focus and to implement those 7 factors. Okay, so a little quick question for you once again. I want to know from you, how would you encourage your clients to buy? So would you use discounts? Perhaps you say, hey guys, get a 60% off every time you subscribe to my newsletter. Perhaps you have a Christmas special going. So would you offer them discounts? Would you touch on their pain points by saying, hey guys, I know you're struggling with this very specific thing, and my product is the product that's going to solve all of your complications? Or would you use repetition? So just sharing your message over and over again, saying, hey guys, let's say you're a fitness coach, for instance, just pushing that fitness message and driving customers to finally understand, hey, fitness and health is important. So let me know in the comment section which of these 3 aspects you would use to encourage your clients to buy. Let me give y'all a moment to think about that. Perhaps you can share your answers. And just a little hint, only one of those, I believe, are correct. Justin says pain points has been proven to be the most effective. Okay, we'll see about that. Anyone else have a different opinion? Would you use discounts? Would you use pain points? would you leverage repetition? Let me know. Honestly, Justin, you are my favorite person in this series ever. I honestly appreciate all of your engagement. Thank you so much. So I hope everyone has had a good think about that. Again, I will share my views on this a little later on. Put a pause on the music and get into it. So, some of the key challenges that I find that a lot of business consultants and coaches face is the fact that customers are spoiled for choice and they want to feel like what they're getting from you is more than just a product or service. Because at the end of the day, everyone and anyone out there can deliver the same thing. I see Finish over there also has a response about pain points. Okay, so it seems like pain points is the popular answer every year. And then the second challenge, sorry about that, is the fact that using the incorrect marketing psychology tactics leads to regret or returns as well as cancellations. So I find that if you leverage a marketing tactic that does not sort of solve the customer's problems, eventually will lead to them saying, like, you know what, this was a big mistake. I don't know why I purchased this product. Perhaps 3 days later, they return the product, or just they'll just hate the fact that they were manipulated into buying the product, and then they will never come back to you ever again. Or perhaps if you're offering a service within a month or two, because again, you claim that you can do something but you can't, they will cancel it. Okay. So before I dive into the 7 factors, I just want to explain to everyone that emotions drive decisions, and understanding your customers' minds will unlock their buying decisions. But again, it's not just about offering them a great product or service. It's not just about playing on their emotions, but it is also about making sure that, hey, you get the best out of them. And again, this is what this session is all about. Okay, so personally for me, I find that offering customers massive discounts as well as pain points might not actually be the best way to, again, work on or leverage your customers' psychology. It's not that I feel it is not the best way. And I will explain myself in a little bit. So I just want, like, I know like a lot of marketing strategies out there would suggest that you know offer, like there's this thing called the PAS, which it's I can't find a word for it right now. Give me 2 seconds to think about it. It's a copywriting hack. So touching on the pain points, aggravating it. So sharing the fact that, hey, if they don't solve the problem, using your product tool is going to, make their lives much worse. And then again, finally offering them the solution, which is again your product or service. So there are a lot of marketing gurus and experts that suggest that you should, use pain points and touch on the pain points in order to drive sales. But I feel like, using that is not going to get you the best result. Because again, if you, in as much as you may touch on the pain point of the customer, it is using fear-based marketing to drive sales. And fear-based marketing cannot last you in eternity. It does not always result in return sales, especially if the customer doesn't feel like you have actually solved their main issue. So I feel like leveraging fear-based marketing and even hype marketing, which is what discounts offer, or sometimes using the fear of missing out, does not drive your customers to come back. It does not result in them enjoying your products as much as they possibly could have should you have leveraged the following 7 factors. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions, guys. Let me know what you think. And Justin's asking, if you offer solutions to their pain points, customers won't even need a discount as they will see value in what you are offering. Fair enough, but it doesn't always result in what you think it would result in. So you might think that yes, you've got the best service or solution, and you might be touching on the pain points. But if you are leveraging fear of them, let's say again, let's use the health example, fear of them dying, for instance. Like how often do you think you can tell them, hey, you're gonna die, you're gonna die, you're gonna die if you don't leverage my health services? Like there's only so many times fear-based marketing will actually drive the result that you're looking for, which is the longevity of your customers. So that is the only point I'm making. Fear-based marketing and leveraging pain points is great for quick sales. There's absolutely no doubt about that. If you want to make a quick sale and you want to get customers to make a purchase pretty much on the spot, that definitely will work. Absolutely no doubt about that. But again, is that really what you want as a coach or consultant, for your customers to just make one purchase and then feel like, you know what, I'm not sure about this person anymore? So that is the only issue that I have with touching on pain points and leveraging fear-based marketing psychology. I hope that answers your question, Justin. Okay, so if anyone else does not have any questions, we will jump into the 7 factors that persuades clients to buy. And I remember, so I learned about these factors like months and months ago, guys. But I'm almost sure I remember the person that was talking about these as well was saying that if you ought to leverage them in this order. So start with reciprocity, then go to scarcity, then go to authority. So reciprocity, for instance, has got the most benefit in terms of persuading customers to buy, and again, the longevity of your clients. And you also mentioned the fact that if, for instance, you can't leverage reciprocity within your business, let's say you do have a marketing campaign that you need to run more in a more faster pace, then you can go then to scarcity or authority. And you also mentioned the fact that you ought to use at least 2 or 3 within your campaigns. So I guess that's going to depend on the length of your campaign. So let's say you have just a 30-minute webinar going on. So in that space, you can leverage at least 2 or 3 of those, if not 4 of these marketing psychology tactics. Or if you only have like a short space, let's say you're running an ad on LinkedIn or on Facebook, then you can use 1 or 2 of them, or just the one that you feel like would have the greatest benefit to you at that particular moment. Okay, so guys, without any further ado, let us discuss these 7 factors in deeper detail. So the first one is reciprocity. So the more value you provide, the higher the chances of customers wanting to support you as well. So it's all about give and take. And this can be applied very well when you're doing social media marketing. So giving people free tips and tactics on how to do what you could potentially do, and they have them pay for those services, but offering 1 or 2 of those tactics for free is definitely going to drive customers to eventually feel like, you know what, let me support this individual. So the example that I have for this is I follow a lot of like your YouTube fitness coaches, and stuff like I watch those free videos for months and months and months on end. But every now and then, some of those fitness coaches will have like a 30-day challenge, and they'll have like a fee for that. And guess what? More often than not, I actually buy those because I have been getting free tips from this person. So I trust they know what they're talking about. I know their services, and I feel like, hey, because this person has given me so much. Perhaps I don't think about it at the time, but I feel like the major reason why I finally buy the person's products or services or the health challenge is because I've been watching these videos for free for months and months on end. So that is pretty much how reciprocity works. It's literally about giving people free value, free advice. Another example of this could be, for instance, a free consultation. So if you charge, let's say, 3,000 Rand per hour for your consultations, perhaps every now and then you can offer customers like 30-minute free consults and share with them actual factual advice that they can leverage within the business as soon as they leave your office without having to, work with you. So providing those sort of valuable information and insights will eventually get customers to buy from you in the long run. So reciprocity is actually seen as the biggest or the most effective marketing tactic. And that is why, guys, social media content is so, so important. Okay, the next one is scarcity. And for me, what I view as scarcity is having people feel like they are part of a select few. I believe that, who's the guy? The guy that owns ClickFunnels. He does this so amazingly well, where he'll have these sort of cohorts where you can join in and feel like you are part of this amazing select group of super bright people out there in the world. So he uses scarcity, or the fact that, hey, I can only work with 5 people, 10 people at one time, and hey, if you can't get into this session, hopefully maybe you'll get into the next. But sometimes he has these cohorts where, if you miss out on that opportunity, you'll most likely never experience or get the opportunity to be part of that group ever again. So that is how you can leverage scarcity to encourage your clients to buy. Make them feel like, hey, being part of whatever service that you're running or campaign that you're running, that, hey, you'll never ever run that again, and have them feel like, by joining you or participating within that sort of cohort, they'll be leveraging or they will be part of something very, very special. When it comes to scarcity, I do not like using fear-based marketing, which is like FOMO, telling people, hey guys, I've only have, which is called like product-based companies do this a lot, saying, hey, there's only 10 products left. I don't really enjoy those sort of marketing tactics because, again, it does not result in longevity of your clients. It does not always result in clients coming back to buy more and more products and services from you. Okay. The next one is authority. So people will only buy from you if they trust that you are the best at what you can do. So when it comes to coaches and consultants, I always tell them that, hey, you have to position yourself as a thought leader within your specific niche or within your specific space. Everyone must feel like you are the go-to person for whatever service or advice that you have to offer. If they feel like you are an authority figure and you know 10 times more than what they do with about a particular topic, they are more likely to want to buy from you. And when it comes to authority, you can't just think that you cannot be passive. So you can't just have a website out there and tell people that, hey, I offer business consulting services to clients. You actually have to show that you actually know what you're talking about. And again, that will go to doing things like social media marketing, having your own podcast, running webinars, and showing people that you absolutely know what you're talking about. So that is authority. The next thing that we have is commitment. So asking for small commitments throughout the customer journey, and then asking them for something big will then not feel like such a big deal. So by this, I mean, let's say you are running a campaign on LinkedIn that drives people to your website and eventually drives people to your email subscription. So asking people to go from their LinkedIn to go check out your website, that's a small ask. Asking them to then on the website engage with you a little bit there and then subscribe to your newsletter. That's a small ask. So eventually, when you're running your email newsletters and finally, okay, so with that, you perhaps have to share valuable insights. But when you finally ask them to buy whatever product or service you have to offer, they won't feel like this person is asking for so much. Like, why are they asking me now for, I don't know, 5,000 Rand when because they have already made small commitments along the way to get to understand you, get to see what you have to offer. And again, by the time you ask them for something massive, like for them to buy your products or services, they feel like, okay, this is not such a big deal. Other marketers also what they do, and they actually do this very well, is offer something perhaps to that is a small fee. So let's say it's like 80 bucks. So the authors, let's say they have like a downloadable ebook and it just costs 80 bucks. So customers feel like, okay, this 80 bucks is not so bad, especially the information I'll be getting from it is very valuable. And again, by the time that coach or consultant asks now for an 800 Rand product, the person feels like, well, I've already committed 80 Rand. It was a good deal. So now I can commit to that 800 Rand. So getting commitments, small commitments along the way drives customers to buy from you in the long run. Then the next one is likability. So people will buy from you if they feel like they can relate to you and they share a similar personality to you. So it's very important for you to share your personality online as well. And someone that does this very well is Patrick Bet David, where he talks about, I believe it's the NBA. It's not the NFL. I'm almost sure it's the NBA. So he talks a lot about basketball and the players and how he can relate to them. And again, when someone else watches Patrick Bet David and they're like, I like basketball too, they can then create this sort of relatability to him. And it makes him more likable. And again, if people like you, they are more likely to buy from you in the future. Other ways to generate likability is to give your potential clients compliments. So let's say you having like one-on-one meetings, you can compliment their t-shirt. People love compliments. If you, for instance, have engaged with the person, let's say on their LinkedIn, and you can see they are really trying, but you can get them to the next level, you can go and tell them that, hey, I love what you've done with your LinkedIn. You surely can, I can surely tell that you know what you're talking about, but hey, I can see something, bigger and better. But just telling people that, hey, you are doing a great job, or they giving them a compliment in one form or another is definitely going to make them like you more as well. The last one I had there on likability is sharing your goals. So if you, for instance, let's say you are passionate about climate change, talk about that within your marketing and whenever you are doing any sort of social media engagement or any other engagement. Just talk about the fact that, hey, you hope that one day we'll be living in a net zero world, because again, if people can relate to that goal, they'll be more likely to want to support you in anything else that you are working with, because they're like, hey, this person is someone that eventually will also help me get to that similar goal. I hope that makes sense. Moving on to the final two. So social proof. So basically, it's all about giving evidence that your services have worked for one person, because that gives them reassurance that it will most likely work for the next person. Social proof it's very easy to understand, but it's one of those marketing psychology tactics that I use the least within my marketing campaigns, because I find that because I'm offering a wide variety of services, in as much as it's all about content marketing, there's so much under content marketing, there's so many different clients that I can offer these services to, and I sometimes feel like it's very difficult to tell someone that, hey, look at this campaign that I worked on, you are going to get the same results. It's very difficult when it comes to marketing to offer that. But when it comes to other products and services, especially if you've got a very specific niche And especially if you are doing something that is very more general, like health, you are able to give social proof and say, hey, look at the result that all my other clients have achieved, and this is the sort of result that you will most likely achieve as well. Okay. And then finally, unity. So people want to feel like they are part of a community of like-minded individuals, or what is referred to as a tribe. I can't remember what's his name. Oh, and he's such an amazing marketing expert. He's one of the people that I followed very early in my marketing career, but he is talking about the tribe and how you want to make people feel like, by joining you and supporting you, they are not just, another customer, but they're a part of a tribe of like-minded individuals. So if you can sort of create that through your services, so, with coaching and consulting, you can again have a podcast community, you can have a social media group. So those sort of things where you engage with people and allow people to engage with each other because they share the same values, you are able then to create people that want to eventually support you because they feel like, hey, everyone else around me is also supporting you. Okay. So, guys, those are the 7 factors that I believe will persuade your clients to buy. Again, there are other marketing tactics, but I feel like these are the 7 that work the best. And with regards to where was I? I think it was on. Let's get back to this slide 8, where I was asking you which of these will encourage your clients to buy. The one that is most likely to encourage your clients to buy is actually repetition. So if you leverage these tactics within your marketing and your customer journey and repeat the same sort of concepts to them over and over and over again, eventually you have a higher chance of people that will buy from you. And most importantly, they will not regret their buying decisions, which I find is very, very important. So that was so just a very brief recap. What I want you to take away from this really is the fact that first and foremost, marketing psychology is of utmost importance within your business. Like, there's absolutely no way that you would want to run any sort of marketing campaign without leveraging any marketing psychology tactics in it. Might not be these 7. Perhaps you feel like you've got different marketing tactics that you feel like might work better, but marketing psychology is very, very important whenever you are trying to sell to anyone. And then the next thing I need you to understand is that try and stay away from fear-based marketing and hype-based marketing. So making people feel like, hey, if I don't buy this product or service, I'm going to miss out on something, or making like leveraging your macro influences, saying, hey, just because Rubonang is wearing something that I must wear it as well. Leveraging those sort of tactics, yes, sure, they help with short-term sales, but if you want long-term sales and you want to retain customers over a longer period of time, try and avoid those sort of marketing tactics. Okay. So that is pretty much it for today, guys. Next week, we'll be covering how to build a squeeze page. So a squeeze page is basically like a one-pager on your website, or a one-pager website, where you, again, try and share some of these marketing tactics to help customers, to persuade customers to not necessarily to buy. It could be to buy, but it could also be to, let's say, subscribe to your newsletter, or just download like a free ebook that you have for them. So it's literally about getting engagement from your potential clients, and again, eventually get them to make a big commitment at a later stage. So that is what a squeeze page is all about. And next week, I want to share with you how you can build a squeeze page, but I do need a favor from you, and I want you to sort of let me know if I can build a squeeze page for you based on your coaching and consulting and the products that you serve, that you offer to clients. So that's going to make things a lot more interesting and a lot more relatable, because hey, this is a real world example done pretty much on the spot. So let me know either in comments right now, or you can share with me later on if you'd like me to build a squeeze page for you. If there are more than one people that are coming up and saying, hey, please build squeeze page for me, I will have to then select based on like your price or your service that you offer. That's pretty much going to be the only tactic. Maybe if you are very nice, I might suggest working with you as well. But let me know if I can build a squeeze page for you, leveraging your services or products. Okay. And that is pretty much it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me play some music as we close off today, and I'll wait for anyone to come through and share again any questions they have, or let me know if I can build a squeeze page for you. I'll give y'all about a minute or so, and then it is pretty much it for today. This has been such a fun session. Like I said, I love psychology. So marketing psychology is one of my favorite things, to talk about and to even do within my business. I hope you found this very insightful and that you'll leverage at least one of these within your business as well. Yeah, I don't see any questions coming through, guys, so I will have to wrap it up right there. But please join me next week. David says amazing. Thank you so much, David. Thank you so much for joining in. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you, everyone that has been engaging with these live sessions. And I would not be able to do this without y'all whatsoever. So I appreciate it a lot, a lot. But yeah, guys, let me know, and we'll see you next week for part 4. Bye.